All right. Hello, everybody. Vlad here. Let me just get rid of this waiting screen right there. There we go. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Hope you have an amazing day today. Today we are inside Discord. It's just me and Yuli for this today. But of course, we also have our community by ourselves inside Discord. Let me just share the link with everybody so you guys can join as well our Discord server. It's free to join. You are actually invited to attend today's stream to get involved. If you have any questions about David Tech, it's pretty much the best spot to be on. So let me just make sure that the live stream is fine. Yes, we are cool. So everybody over YouTube and Twitter, welcome. And also you are invited to join our Discord server. Let me just get rid of the link. Discord.gg/DavidTech is pretty simple, right? All right. So for today, guys, welcome to a new edition of the lab. I'm Vlad, community manager and project manager at David Tech. Huge disclaimer, guys, we are not financial advisors. You are 100% liable for your financial decisions. We are just trying to debunk the market with the tools available and the tools that we make. And of course, share the tools with everybody inside the community. If you're getting approached by somebody claiming to be an official staff member, 100% that's not us. We are never going to approach you directly to invest into some kind of third-party platform or anything like that. If you wish to speak to a David Tech official, just ask it inside the general chat over the Discord server, and somebody will be attending you as soon as possible. If you have any questions at any moment, please feel free to use your microphone and interrupt at any moment. This is an open mic session, but be careful because this is also recorded so we can watch it later, just in case if you cannot make it. So if you wish to not be included inside the recording, just let me know so I can mute you over the recording. On today's agenda, today it's 22nd April 2026. Hope you guys had an amazing day today or will have, depending if it's evening, morning, depending on where you are. Today's agenda, pretty filled. We do have Yuli coming in again with a new indicator revisit. So today he's been turning the Monday indicator into a strategy. Pretty excited to see the results and everything that's come right out into it. Other than that, this is going to be a new David Tech strategy. We're going to have some new setups. Myself, I just took like a 1 minute look because for some reason TradingView was extremely slow in the last couple of days. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe they're updating. Maybe they are degrading. I have no clue what's happening. It's just, it was a nightmare to just come up with some very base settings, not really optimizations, because again, this is pretty much like base settings. I haven't done anything. I just loaded the strategy and tried out some coins and some time frames, and the results are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good. So I'm just sharing with you guys that in just a couple of minutes. And of course, some more stuff. If you guys have any questions, feel free to interrupt at any moment. Unfortunately, yesterday we didn't have a GPT 5.5 release. But I'm gonna tell you, the new image engine, which you can generate images, it's insane. I mean, I've managed to create some pictures which I didn't think possible at that moment. Just places and just amazing. So the new image too, it's straight out bonkers. I cannot even differentiate reality from picture anymore, to be honest. Luckily enough, I believe they have some kind of AI stamp around how pixels are generated, so authorities and who else can actually detect if it's generated or not. Human eye definitely cannot, I'm going to tell you that. So yeah, pretty excited week. We also have Kimi K 2.6 being released. I believe Quen 3.6, the 27 billion parameter, was also released as open source. So yeah, an amazing week, like always, all filled with AI releases. What a time to be alive, right? All right, without further talking, I would like to pass my microphone to Yuli. He's a electrical engineering teacher. He's teaching at the university level electrical engineering, and he's been within our community for the last couple of months, already like 3 months. So yeah, he's been an amazing help. He's been coding, trying to debunk some of the most advanced mathematics algorithms and electrical engineering ones, and he created some amazing strategies. Yuli, how are you doing, my friend?
Hi Vlad, hi everyone. Pretty excited for today since we are back in business after a short break. So let me share my screen first of all and also tell me if you can see it.
Just one moment, making sure I can actually grab that for YouTube as well. There we go, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah, all good?
All good.
Nice, nice. Okay, so for today, as you know, on Monday every week we are introducing a new indicator, and by Wednesday we are trying to convert that indicator into a very simple strategy. We just take profit and stop loss in order to see how the indicator performs by itself, and also to learn a little bit about how to tune it. So this is a very interesting uh, idea to have it also recorded so that you can come back to the video after you put your hands on this indicator and you start to play around with it. So yeah, for today we have the D2 light indicator. It's quite interesting. I have three results for you. One that I will try to explain the inputs and how to tune it, and two just for the results. For this one, I will give you like a short spoiler. The results will not be so much great, but it will fire a lot. So that's why I want to present you this one, and after that to see the other results. So now further talking, we are on Gala 1 hour time frame. As we always do, we go on the properties and set a 40 order size and also the commissions. Good. So we are minus 47% already. This is quite bad.
A good
So
start.
yes, a
Only
good
room for
start.
improvement.
It will be hard to do something, but we will see. So, as you can see, we have three sections. We have the core inputs. It builds the underlying D2 style market state measure. So this changed the engine logic. Then we have the score inputs. So it turns that measure into a tradable oscillator and raw buy sell signals. So in other words, how often you trade and how noisy signals are. And the last one, the regime or gate section, mainly affects the regime display, not the actual buy row, sell row trigger. So mostly change how the regime is labeled on screen. As you are already used to, we are trying to present the inputs starting with the most impactful one through the last ones which are related to fine tuning, to say so. So, firstly, we will try to change the signals, so how often they are firing and how noisy they are. The first one is very important, the momentum length. This is the length used to determine directional bias from smoothed returns. So shorter values, it will react faster. Longer values makes direction more robust. So for now, we have by default 20. We may try to shorter a bit to see how it will perform. Okay, It's loading pretty good, or not really. Let's try it again. Yeah, the platform is not that bad, as you said, but I also encountered some problems on this side. So yeah, if it will take too long, I guess we'll just explain the inputs and maybe keep some of them as defaults, since we have a lot of inputs to change. So yeah, you can play around with the direction input, and it will give you um, it will fire more signals or lesser ones. But yeah, keep in mind this input is related to the direction of the trend. Next, as you are already used, we have a dead zone, so you can try to change it from time to time if you see that there are some bad signals inside the, let's say, near the dead zone bands. So in order to delete them, you can increase the value, or maybe if you see better signals around the zero, you can decrease it. Most of the time we keep it as default, but yeah, keep in mind you have this option as well. Another very important input, as we saw in other indicators as well, is the threshold. This is the the biggest entry frequency knob, the actual buy sell trigger level. The script uses score crossing above plus minus threshold to form raw signals. So higher threshold means fewer, stronger signals, while lower threshold means more earlier signals. So for now, I just want to show something like how many trades we can get out of this market on 1 hour time frame. So maybe we can try to lower it and see what happens. It increases just a little bit. Maybe we can try something more brutal. Okay, we succeed to have some. Let's change it a little bit around to see what happens. Okay, 16%, not bad so far. Let's keep it like this for now. Then we have the cooldown bars. So this is the input related to minimum spacing between row signals. This is like a direct anti-clustering filter. Higher values means fewer rapid re-signals in chop, while lower values means more frequent entries. For now, maybe we can keep it as default, and we can go straight to the last input of this section, the Z length. This is the normalization window for the indicator series. A larger window means more stable baseline, smaller window, more adaptive, but more jumpy. For now, we can keep it as default as well. Since we finished this section, and I remember to tell you that when you will play around with this indicator, we are trying to make it as interactive as possible and as explainable as well. So every input will have a tooltip with like a short description, how to tune it, min, max value, and of course the default one. So yeah, keep in mind it should be quite easy to use these indicators. So now we can go to the core section. Of course, here we can try to start with the smoothing. So the D2 smooth is the EMEA smoothing on the final D2 series itself. This is one of the most important anti-whipsaw settings. Higher values means fewer flips, and of course later signals. So for now, I think the default value should do the job, but we can try to play around to see just what happens. So for now, it doesn't give us better results than what we have already, so we can keep it as default. Return smooth, this is the EMEA smoothing on log returns before the D2 engine sees them. So one means no smoothing at all, higher values, it will calm noise, but of course add lag. We don't really want to do it for now, but we can check a value just to see what happens. So we can keep it as default for what we already have. After you finish with the smoothing, you may proceed with the window. So this is related to how many observations are used in the D2 estimate. It directly affects how much history is used in the internal distance calculation. Higher values means smoother, slower, more stable, while lower values means faster and noisier. So for what we want to do now, we just want a lot of trades, maybe with some good results. So here we can, let's say, decrease it a little bit just to see what happens. So we didn't lost so many trades. We can play around here to see what else we got. Oh, we are on the positive side. That's quite nice. Starting from almost approximately minus 50. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. From now on, we will talk only about inputs that are just for the fine tuning. So next we have the embedded dimension. So this is the embedding dimension for the reconstructed state space, which means how much structure the model tries to capture. By default, we have the value 3, which is usually used to separate market states better. You can maybe try the other value, which is lighter and a bit simpler, but most of the time I would recommend to keep it as default. But of course, it depends on your market, on the market you are trying to use the indicator. Next, we have the delay, the tau. This is the spacing between embedding components. So higher values slow and smooth the structure, while lower values will react faster. So for now, we have it as default one, which is the faster structure, but we can try the other one to see just to see the results. Next, we have the subsample stride. So this is how aggressively the sample points are thinned out. This mostly affects speed versus precision. So higher value means faster and rougher, while lower it means slower and more uh, precise. So for now, we want to be more precise since uh, we doesn't have such a good result so far. So yeah, it shouldn't be good to increase it, but we can check it together just to see what happens. So it decreases a lot of the trades, and also the result that doesn't seem to be better than what we have. Next, the max pairs, so how many pairwise distances are checked in the engine. So more pairs means more stable estimate, but of course heavier. Fewer value means faster, but more variation. As default, we have 600. You can see in the tooltip that you can play around some values, so from 100 to 1800. We can keep it as default for now, but always maybe when you are trying to tune it, go to the minimum value, see what happens, go to the maximum one, see what values, and maybe step-by-step approach to the default one to see the most optimum point. Next, we have update every K. So this recomputes the D2 core every K bars. So one means every bar, two means every second bar, and so on. Higher values reduce load, but also reduce responsiveness. For now, we can keep it also as default, but we can play around with it just to see what happens. Of course, these inputs will behave different based on your market and your time frame as well. Next, we have the radius multiplier 1 and radius multiplier 2. So we said that we have like two circles and we want to cover the points inside them. Most of the time you can keep them as default. And of course, you shouldn't ever put R1 higher than R2, but feel free to try different values to maybe go beyond these thresholds. So radius 1 is the small radius used in the correlation count. If it's too small, almost nothing falls inside it. If too big, contrast drops. So in practice, this changes how sensitive the internal D2 slope is. The other one, the larger one, is used in the correlation count. It must stay above R1, increasing it, it can stabilize the slope estimate. And the last ones, the gate smooth and regime trend threshold. So gate smooth, EMA smoothing for the gate value, higher makes regime changes slower and steadier, lower makes them more reactive. While the trend threshold is the threshold above which the regime is classified as trend. Raise it to be stricter about what counts as trend, lower it to classify trend more easily. And of course, since we said that we turned this indicator into a strategy, we have added the take profit and stop loss. We can try some values here to see what happens. It's loading quite okay. It doesn't do anything else. Let's try some raw values to see what happens. Okay, maybe too high. Yeah, definitely too high. Let's try a 3.5. Let's say we don't want to go that far. 46%. Okay, that's good. We can keep it like this. Let's try the stop loss as well. See what happens. It is increasing. Let's also try some raw values. 50%, 40%, 63. Okay, 65. Okay, let's say we keep it like this. Definitely, this indicator on this market seems to work better on higher take profit stop loss. But yeah, of course, feel free to try different values, different strategies to enhance the results. Okay, so since we already tried every input and we have our final results, we can discuss about it. So let's say we have 64%, not so great compared with what other results we have seen from other indicators. The equity drawdown approximately 20% as we are used to. So this is not so bad. However, total trades, we have 1,141 trades, which is very good. We are on 2 years on this. So yeah, this is not bad at all. Definitely, it seems that we need some other indicators or a better strategy to filter the bad ones or to filter the bad trades or to enhance the good ones. Profitable trades around 50%, so half we win, half we lose. Definitely we can improve this. Profit factor, not great at all, 1.073. Equity curve, so if we are looking on this, it doesn't look so bad after the warm up, to say so. So in the beginning we only have red. Maybe we can let it until it uh, it starts to raise, or maybe we can filter these ones or enhance them with another indicator. So yeah, I guess because of this we have so bad results. However, after this point, it seems that the indicator is starting to perform better and better. After that, it goes to a, let's say, choppy zone, but good results in the end. Benchmarking, our maximum is on 100% compared with 200, so definitely not so good. However, the current one uh, is better than the buy and hold, 64% compared with minus 87. And the minimum also quite good, minus 11 compared with minus 80, 89. So yeah, so far the results are not so great. I just wanted to see the inputs together, and also um, to see how many signals can this indicator fire. So we have we have a good win rate on this setup, but yeah, for sure it can be enhanced with some other indicators and maybe a more complex strategy. Beside this, I also try this indicator on other two markets. So here we are on Bitcoin 45 minutes. Again, a lot of trades. The results 213%, which is great. Equity drawdown again around 20%. Total trades, we already said 1,000. Win rate 54%, profit factor not so good, not so bad. Anyway, 1.3. Equity curve, we can see here again in the beginning, it is not performing good at all, but after that it just keep increasing, um, which is great to see. Benchmark, so maximum 213 compared with 186. Current one almost triple with the buy and hold. Minus values are comparable. So um, for this one, where I can scroll it up. Okay, so for this market, this indicator seems to be a better fit, to say so. The results are great. I mean, 200 with 1,000 trades, you can play around to filter the bad ones or to enhance the good ones, should be promising. And the other one I tried, as far as I understood, this is the most favorite in the community, the ARB. Um, so
True.
so here we are on 4 hours time frame, 184%
Wow.
maximum equity drawdown, again around 20%. Total trades not so many because the threshold was increased a lot to keep the good ones. So 362. Still, you have space to play around. Win rate not so great, not so terrible, around 40%. Profit factor, again, not something amazing, but definitely not a bad one, 1.37. Equity curve, again, we can see the same behavior. So from my point of view, this is great to see. I mean, on all the markets, the beginning it looks bad, so maybe you can let it to warm up, and after that you can use it, or again maybe just filter this zone or enhance the with other indicators. After the warm up, the indicator keeps increasing, which is great. Benchmarking for this one, we are definitely better than the buy and hold, maximum 200 compared with 44, so almost 5 times better. Current one, 184 compared with minus 91, and of course the minimum 10% compared with minus 90. So yeah, uh, good to see that we have these results on this type of market as well. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. I would say that it definitely has room to improve this indicator. You can play around on different markets, different time frames, different settings, strategies, and so on. So yeah, I will let Vlad give you some other results, which are based only on default settings, which means he's just opening the indicator with the boilerplate and try it on different markets and different time frames just to see how the results, what results we are getting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Julie. I mean, what else should I say? You just took my line right there. All good. Let me just shift my screen very, very quickly so you guys can see mine as well. Awesome. Awesome work. Definitely one that would be very interesting to find and tune and so on. So, as you really said, I also had some early access to the indicator, and with the help of David, I have managed to get some very base settings that I mean some results for the very base settings that in my opinion are definitely worth for some attention. For example, here we do have 1000 units of Pepe over 1 hour. I mean the results aren't the best ever, but then again this is just very base settings. You guys might be familiar with the Pepe journey, so no wonder that the buying holding would be better. But still, let's just zooming a little bit. It's like a mountain Rus, so everybody that's into that, me myself, not so much. Just saying. Then we also have Ripple, which is looking quite good in my opinion. I mean, we have close to 100% performance in profits. Excuse me. Maximum drawdown under 20, total trades 219, the win rate very close to 50, profit factor 1.4. Equity curve looks pretty good, is ascending, which is very, very good to see. Unfortunately, we're still not very near the buy and hold performance. Let's check very, very quickly. But again, nothing really to worry. Which one would you prefer, guys? The Mountain Rus or the one that's exactly like this, or the steady but growing equity curve? Me, myself, I'm more fan of this one. Also have a setup for BNB, and unfortunately I haven't got to finish all my, let's just say, top 20 or so coins that I always visit, because again TradingView was extremely slow for me today and yesterday. So that's why we haven't got so many charts for today like you guys might be used to. But still, again, not really competing to the benchmark because we haven't spent any time while trying to optimize or anything else. It's just a very, very base settings. This one looks a little bit better as well. So close to 50% profits, maximum drawdown just 11%, total trades 148, the win rate of flat 50%, and a profit factor of 1.35. Equity curve looks pretty good, a little bit flat here and there, but again, that's not the whole point. This is just proving that there is definitely some room for improvement, and definitely the concept and the strategy definitely work. Benchmark, we are actually a little bit better this time because currently the buy and hold is actually negative 36%, and our strategy is on the plus side 49%. I believe the previous one as well. No, not unfortunately, but this one is very, very good. So for a mantle, it's actually having quite good results. And the last one, another mental setup, but on 2 hours. Here we have not so great looking equity curve. It looks like it lost its edge right here at the end. But yeah, overall, it still looks very, very good. And we are pretty much very, very close into beating the buy and hold, like you guys can see over here. So yeah, fantastic strategy in my opinion. Definitely room for improvement. Definitely room for elite backtesters to show their value, to show their power in optimization. And yeah, looking forward to catch up. I believe next week is going to be the very first release of I'm not sure if we are going to release all of the strategies that Yuli has made in the time, but definitely we're going to release them like 2 every week, maybe like a Monday or Thursday release. We are going to see the very final stages of the newest version of the boilerplate, which I'm very happy to announce. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the newest strategy that Yuli has created. Definitely room for improvement, and definitely will be a killer in no time in the hands of the elite backtesters. So, moving on with the presentation, a short performance update. As you guys might be familiar, we are in the top traders, we're in the top copy traders. Some of us have really received the notification in being in the top 1%. Like, for example, Fishing, he has received the announcement that he is in the top 1.3% on Bybit. And he also has a challenge on Trade Harbor, which is a platform that he has created, which he's trading with $1,000 in order to show how great the DavidTech bots are, and of course the dashboard that he's been building for some months already. The product is extremely good in my opinion, definitely worth a shot and also a review. Let us know how it works for you. Also, make sure, guys, to visit as well the trigger.trade, your reliable DavidTech connector for DavidTech strategies to one of your favorite exchanges. Multiple exchanges are being added. Time of execution is faster than ever. So, yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. If you guys have any questions about DavidTech or anything else, please let me know. I'm going to also check the live stream, making sure that there is no questions or if anything over the YouTube as well.
So from what I see, Vlad, based on your results, it seems this indicator is uh, is embraced by the boilerplate. So if you already are familiar with my indicators, it seems that boilerplate is good on half of them and not so great on the other. So yeah, for this one, it seems it works. It works good. So for sure, it can be enhanced.
I mean, in my experience with the DavidTech strategies, you rarely see something working over uh, multiple coins. And usually it's very different from your strategies. Usually you have to, it's not really the concept like you prove right here. So with the base settings, with the recommended settings, it's actually working over multiple assets. Usually is a setup like some not really very optimized, but optimized strategy, which would work over um, multiple coins. So I think it's, if you have an optimized strategy which works over multiple assets, it proves that the setup is working, in my opinion, not the concept. If it's set by default and it works like this, like some, I would say, pretty good base settings over multiple assets, you prove that the concept behind the strategy is actually working. I believe there are two distinct things which are
Mhm.
very interesting: something that's optimized to work over multiple assets, and something that works as base settings over multiple assets. So, two different things that prove two different, not really concepts. I do not wish to use the same word, but you get the point.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
All right. I guess that's pretty much it, guys. I don't see any questions. I believe everybody is set for the evening, morning, depends on where you are from. Thank you very much, guys, for enjoying the stream and also tuning in. Let me just share very quickly the Discord server if you guys are watching over YouTube or X. Hello, everybody, the 30 people that are actually watching us over X and YouTube. If you wish to join the Discord server, the link is discord.gg/DavidTech. It's free to join, free to attend these sessions, and we would like to definitely listen to you as well. Thank you very much, guys, for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.